pKa simplified. The pKa is the pH where a drug, weak acid, or base is 50% ionized and 50% non-ionized. It reflects the strength of the acid or base. Lower pKa equals stronger acid. Higher pK equals stronger base. At a pH below its pKa, a weak acid is mostly in its non-ionized form. At a pH above its pKa, a weak base is mostly in its non-ionized form. Summary: pH pKa, weak acid is non-ionized, lipid soluble. pH pKa, weak base is non-ionized, USMLE style questions. Q1. What is pKa? A. The pH where a drug is completely ionized. B. The pH where a drug is completely neutral. C. The pH where a drug is 50% ionized and 50% non-ionized. D. The pH where a drug is completely lipid soluble. E. The pH where a drug has maximum clearance. Correct answer, C. The pH where a drug is 50% ionized and 50% non-ionized. Explanation: pK is defined as the pH at which half the drug is ionized and half is unionized. Why not the others? A, B, D, and E don't match this definition. Q2. A drug with a pKa of 9.2 will be mostly in its ionized form when pH is A. 12.0, B. 10.0, C. 9.2, D. 8.7.0. Correct answer. Explanation: at pH lower than pKa, a weak base will be ionized. Since pH 8.0, pKa 9.2, the base will be mostly ionized. Why not the others? At pH closer or higher than the pKa 9.2, the base will be less ionized. Q3. At a pH higher than its pKa, a weak acid is mostly A. non-ionized, B. ionized, C. neutral, lipid soluble, E. in its active form. Explanation: at pH pKa, the weak acid is ionized, deprotonated, making it more water soluble. Why not the others? A, C, D, E apply when pH pKa for a weak acid. If you want, I can also make a quick mnemonic for